Soul man Lee Genesis was born the son of a preacher woman and started singing on street corner soapboxes at the tender age of 3. By the age of 15, he was an ordained minister. His singing took him on the road and to other places besides the pulpit, like Broadway, where he appeared in The Me Nobody Knows. He appeared in Godspell. He sung on roller skates in New York City's Central Park as a member of a roller disco group. He's worked with record companies on remixes of songs by RuPaul and Dolly Parton. Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to get your groove on with soul man Lee Genesis.
Play it, David. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Come on, everybody. Reach out.
Everybody reach out.
Come on now.
Reach out, everybody.
Stand up.
Stand up and shout.
Come on.
Everybody reach out.
Reach on now.
Reach out, everybody.
Aye,
We can work it on now.
too many people not understanding. Too long things remain unmended. Too short a time in a one lifespan. Wasted on energies of bad, bad karma. Oh, living in love is the only way.
Only way.
Walking in peace every day. Ain't no sin to make amends. Losers never win.
Everybody reach out. Reach out, everybody.
Work it out.
Stand up and shout.
Come on.
Everybody reach out. Reach out, everybody. We can work it on now.
Too many years I blamed everybody. Too blind to see that I was wrong. So glad I know my true path to follow. Yes, I believe that's why I can say living in love is the only way.
Only way.
Walking in peace every day. Ain't no sin to make amends. Losers never win.
Everybody reach out. Reach out, everybody.
Come on,
Stand up and shout.
yeah.
Everybody reach out.
Reach on out.
Reach out, everybody.
We can work.
We can work it on now.
So carelessly we let the days go by. When things go wrong, people won't even try. Ignore the truth, they'd rather love a lie. Can't you hear a broken heart Yeah.
Everybody reach out.
Reach out, reach out, reach out, reach
Stand
out.
up and shout.
Reach out, reach out, reach out. Everybody reach out. We can work it on out.
Hear the people.
Listen to the people.
Hear the people.
Listen to the people.
Hear the people.
Listen to the people.
Hear the people.
Listen to somebody's got to listen.
Hear the people.
Listen.
Hear the people.
Somebody, 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 somebody. Hear the people. Hear the people. Reach out.
The song is Reach Out. The CD is The Soul of Lee Genesis. And the man is Lee Genesis. Thank you so much for being here. First, would you introduce everybody in the band here?
Yes, sir. On guitars, Dave Acker.
Dave.
The singers, Stacy Burnett and Natasha S. Jordan.
Miss Jordan?
On bass, Tim Ingalls. On drums, Jim Arnold. On the keyboards, Frank Wilkins. And on saxophone is none other than Chuck Langford.
Well, first, may I say to everybody, just very well done. And I got to, your CD is good and all, and we try and do TV well, but it just doesn't compare to being in the room with you guys, and that's where the big smile comes,
That's
when you
a
just
good
feel
thing.
the energy. Why do you suppose, I think it is more with this kind of music than maybe other kind, a symphony perhaps, or a string quartet? You got to be here.
Yeah, well, you got to feel the funk.
Yeah. One of the things, I remember I was doing a piece on gospel music once
Yes.
for a entertainment magazine, and being in the church where people were jumping up and everybody was
Yes.
responding, that really had a totally different feel that you could never really capture on TV. Is that what you grew up with?
Yes,
Well,
totally.
Explain.
Tamarines and cymbals, and back in the day when I was young, they would go in the dining room, the church dining room, and get pots and pans and beat the pots and pans. And people would stomp and play the organ and the pianos and electric guitars. The what do you call the ones, Dave, that are standing up that you play? The slide guitar, yeah. And they used to rock, and we would rock.
I used to take my kids to this church out in the suburbs where it was like a contest to see how dull you could make things. Did you ever walk into those churches and saying, "What's wrong with you people? Hello?"
Well, half of my family are Catholics, and half of my family are Pentecostals.
This isn't the Catholic part, I guess.
No,
Okay.
no, and we showed up at each other's churches for weddings and funerals because each other thought that the other one were out of their minds.
So one of the interesting things, I got to ask you about the roller disco group. Did you at some point think, this is how I'll make a living? Did this seem like a career path, or was just a good way to kill a little time?
It was something that somebody talked me into. That's
I had
what
some
it
moments
was.
like that. So-
And I did make a living at it, but it was something that, I as I always say, I was 32 when I started this, so I was always not young enough, and playing a 16-year-old in Godspell, and then doing a roller skate gig, at 30 plus, after a while, you have to stop.
Well, you're just young enough now to heat things up here. What are you going to do next for us? People, by the way, can find out more about your performances and your CDs at leegenesis.com.
That's right.
And what are you going to sing next?
We're going to do Forgive and Forget.
I will get out of the way.
Thank you, sir.
Many times I wonder, so many times friends say, why do I stay around each and every day? You push me around, you tear down everything I do. Lord knows it takes some strength to stay here, baby, do. No matter what you say to me, it's not what I see. Your eyes show something else coming from your heart. In the midnight hour, your love gives me ecstasy. Lord knows my body says this is where to be.
Up on you, baby.
Oh no.
No, 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 no.
My heart is
Filled with your loving.
so full,
I can't walk away.
oh, the door of my heart is open.
I forgive and forget.
Oh, baby, can't you see what you're doing to me? I need your love to hold me tight. Oh, baby, can't you be the one for me? I need your loving tonight. It's over, convince myself to leave. You call me up and promise me you were gonna change. I open up my heart, your love gives me ecstasy. Lord knows my only place is right here, baby.
Love on you, baby.
Oh, no.
No, 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 no. I can't walk away. My heart is open.
I forgive.
I forgive and forget.
Give me, I won't give. I'm gonna stay right here, baby. Hey. Hey.
I forgive and forget.
Now my heart is open.
I forgive and forget.
Lee Genesis Band. Just ahead on Backstage, take a trip to the trailer park and your first look at the biggest movies about to hit theaters. But first, Gina Gershon has made the move from movies to music. Find out how Gina rocks right after this.